Hello, Dr. Jeff Johnston here out of Denver. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Cerec and what is the Cerec machine. I'm here today with the Cerec machine. We're going to go through the process of what is Cerec, and hopefully you'll have a better understanding of how it can benefit you. So Cerec is basically a Cad Cam system for dentistry. It allows us to design fillings, crowns, veneers, sometimes bridges, all on the computer, and then we mill it out of a porcelain block, and then you have a crown. Usually takes about 90 minutes. Let's go into traditionally how a crown is made, for example, and then we'll show you the advantages over the Cerec. So if you got a crown made, you'd come in, have the tooth prepared. Say if you broke a tooth, you need to get a crown made. You'd have the tooth prepared. We would take a impression of that preparation, put you in a temporary. Temporary lasts about 2 to 3 weeks, while the crown gets sent off to a dental lab to get fabricated. The dental lab pours it up in stone and makes the crown on the stone model. The problem with that is 4 to 6% of crowns need to be remade. So a lot of micro errors can occur during the whole lab process. With Cerec, it takes away all those errors. So with Cerec, you would come in, you would have the tooth prepared, have the tooth scanned by our 3D scanner on the machine. We would fabricate the crown on the machine and mill it in the milling unit out of a block of porcelain. Now, what are the advantages of Cerec over traditional crown? Well, with Cerec, number one, it's a one-visit crown. 90 minutes, you're in and out the door. You don't have a temporary. The temporary is not going to fall off. Temporaries have been really frustrating on our side of dentistry as well. You don't want to glue them too tight. You don't want to glue them too loose. So with Cerec, you can one-visit crowns, one-visit porcelain inlays and onlays, veneers, all that stuff we can do in one visit now. We also have materials that are just amazingly strong and compared to gold, which is traditionally the gold standard in our industry. We can also custom stain and glaze and color match right here in the office, versus traditionally you'd have to go to a dental lab to have that done. So let's walk through some of the advantages. We'll jump on the machine and I'll show you how it works, and go from there. Then we'll go on to the milling unit, and that way you can have a thorough understanding of how the Cerec works. Cerec's been around for about 25 years. It's a company called Cerec from Germany. Until the last 5-10 years, the software's gotten better, the scanning's gotten better, milling's gotten faster, and it's a very easy way to do things now. I've had this for about 1.5 years, and it just changed how I do dentistry, and for the much better, I tell you. When you scan a tooth, it's much more accurate than taking an impression of the tooth, and everything's done right here. If you don't want a porcelain crown or a tooth colored crown, we can email it to the dental lab, and they can have a more accurate scan and work off that instead of an impression. So let's jump on the machine and see what we can do. Thanks.